Hello everyone and happy almost March. And February into March means National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And NEDA, the National Eating Disorder Association, has came up with a theme for this year, and it is Come As You Are, Hindsight 2020. And so I thought, what better week than to do a no makeup, hair just simply brushed, need a t-shirt, yoga pants, sit down, get real with me video. I wanted to do a Q&A with my dietitian, but that is still in the works. So my plan is in the next week or two to have that up. So keep tuned for that. So we will just dive right in. So I think it's like from the 26th to like the 1st-ish, that whole week. I think those are the official days for National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. And the walks for that NEDA are hosting actually are all around the country, so look them up. I know the one for I'm going to is like April 26th. There's some all over the country, so look them up on the website. I'll link it down below, and I'll link a bunch of different things below, like the NEDA website and all that for help. So let's get into this. Get real with me. I thought it'd be great to kind of share with eating disorder kind of some things that you don't see with eating disorders. So the real ugly side of it that a lot of people, especially just loved ones, sometimes don't see, whether it's because it's mentally or we hide it, or some people who don't really deal with eating disorders don't understand or don't see. So one of them, I'm going to go through some embarrassing moments and some embarrassing things, so keep that in mind. One of them would be, sorry, this is really embarrassing, but I was 21 at the time. People with eating disorders can abuse laxatives. That is one thing that is a trait of eating disorders, is we abuse some people abuse laxatives, obviously not everyone. And strangely enough, I only abused laxatives when I was in treatment. So I would be one of those girls who would pretend I wasn't going to the bathroom. That's why they go to the bathroom with you, and they have to see your poop or pee before you flush, because they have to keep track of if you're releasing what you're taking in and need to give you laxatives, or if you really don't need laxatives to control that abuse, but to also make sure your weight is accurate if you're not going to the bathroom or not. And I would hide and pretend I wasn't going to the bathroom, and they would give me laxatives, and after a certain amount of tries with different laxatives, they would give you an enema. The first time I got one was when I was 21, and let me tell you, it is not fun. And I did not know what would happen, like what exactly how my body would react. I never gotten one. And after getting one and holding my nurse's hand and crying and gripping her hand so tight she probably lost circulation, I ended up 20 minutes later, say hi Ezra, 20 minutes later having to call her in by the emergency bathroom light because I had an accident or needed new pants. So let me tell you, as a 21-year-old needing a sweet 30-something-year-old nurse to come give you clean undergarments and pants, not a highlight of your life. That's when I definitely came clean about the laxative things, because that was just, yeah. Another thing is, what do you think can make a 22-year-old have a panic attack and cry in a ball and hyperventilate? Not a breakup. Not a family death. Not a pet death. Not even a hangnail. But animal crackers. Yes, you heard me right. I had animal crackers for snack, and they are my absolute, hands down, biggest trigger food. That is one thing people don't understand is certain foods relate have certain meanings in our brain, and we relate them to certain things, and they become very triggering. And after eating them for an 8 p.m. snack and treatment, I went to my bedroom, called my mom because I was starting to freak out. But then I hung up and had to leave my bedroom because I couldn't be around the bathroom. I knew I was going to purge. Knew it. So I left, went into the dining room where my other friends in treatment were playing Mario Kart, sat down next to them, and then one sweetest girl, she was also named Amanda, looked at me and said, "Are you all right?" And I just broke down. I literally started crying, shaking, hyperventilating. I couldn't speak. Full on panic attack. And they ended up having to take animal crackers off my dietary list because it took me like an hour to calm down. They had to give me a couple PRNs. The nurse had to come. They put a weighted blanket on me, gave me a heat pack, then gave me an ice pack, and it was terrible. So those are some definite things. Another thing I wanted to get real about is social media with this NEDA week. And them using like the hashtag hindsight 2020, come as you are. You know, it's hard as someone with an eating disorder to be kind of in this day and age with social media, because a lot of the messages we put across social media are just degrading, and eating disorders fester and love it. For me and for quite a few people, eating disorders survive and cultivate and are born because of low self-esteem, because of just not feeling secure, feeling inadequate. For me, I've always felt like an alien, outsider. Like, people look at me and I'm like some gross, weird, garbage-shaped pile of stuff that they've never seen before, and they're like, "Oh, hey, trying to be nice, like, oh, what's up?" Like, I've always felt inadequate and just not as good as everybody else. And so a lot of, especially in our day and age with how big social media is, we spread across those messages of, certain people having to look a certain way, do certain things. So many dieting stuff on social media. People taking Snapchats or putting on their Instagram stories or Facebook stories of like, oh, I know some people who take pictures of their scale and say, down 6 pounds, yeah, let go. Or they like post pictures of their salads that they're eating and saying meal prep, being healthy, getting back into weight loss. Or a lot of companies that sell like those skinny coffees and those weight loss products feed, especially on college students my age who want to make that extra buck, they feed on them and say, hey, we give you money if you advertise our product all over social media so everyone sees. And, so then a bunch of girls and a bunch of females, well, also male, everybody, they get the word out, and then everybody's seeing all this stuff about weight loss and being healthier and getting in shape, and do you want to make a quick buck? Try this. Or I need a few girls to do this. Or I need a few models to do this. Help me with this product I'm selling, And it's like, no. Sorry, as I bumped into the stand. And then that's one thing that's just, it's like, we need to learn. We need to get real with that. And that's something that I've been trying to do. Especially with, like, I've been guilty of it, posting before and after pictures, that's something I shouldn't do. I shouldn't post before after pictures, and a lot of the people compare themselves to me like that and be like, oh my gosh, look at what you did. Like, like I should just, like obviously those pictures where you smile and say, I've come so far, I'm happy, YOLO, is good. But like doing like a picture when I'm like just got in treatment, when I just got out, being like, that can be triggering. So, even I had to be aware of that and be like, okay, I posted that. That's not a good thing. I shouldn't do that anymore, because that can be triggering, especially to other people I've been around who may be struggling with the same thing. Because like I do have friends that have eating disorders. Like obviously I've met friends in treatment, and there's obviously people who don't come out, who haven't been diagnosed, that could be in my life that have eating disorders. So, it's being like that. And also, like, another get real with me is just the way that it affects your loved ones. I remember my, being told by someone that my grandparents did something for a reason that it's a personal reason, and because they thought I was gonna die. Like, I wasn't gonna survive until the end of college. Like, I wouldn't be alive to graduate college. I'd die before then. I remember my mom, the first time I went into treatment, she didn't want to leave to go volunteer at this Bible conference until she knew I was in the hospital and got admitted, because she was afraid she would leave me and my sister would have to take me in and things would go bad, and she would end up coming home and having to bury her little girl, and like that stuff is hard, especially when you're so trapped in a prison. Because you are so desperately wanting to comfort them and to help them and to show them, you don't have to worry, I can do this, But your eating disorder is so strong that like it's just ripping you back, and you're just stuck in this mental prison, and you feel like such a failure. And then it gets to the point where you're like, well, if my loved ones and their disappointment can't turn me around, then what's the point? Like, what am I even strong enough to do it? Like, is recovery even possible for me? It's very real and very struggling. Every day is a battle to wake up and say, I'm not gonna weigh myself. I'm gonna look backwards on the scale at my doctor's office when my therapist weighs me and not know my weight. I'm going to eat this snack because I need to. I can't not have snack. I need to, not go for that run because I need to heal my body right now, and I can't be running every day. Sorry for my dog snoring. Every day is a battle to wake up and say, I can do this, and to fight, and it's hard. There's some days where there's nothing that would feel better, like, well, not nothing, but like, that it would be so nice just to come home and just to not eat and just to get back into behaviors and just to go full force and to feel what it feels like, a weighted, heated blanket around you, just comforting. Your eating disorder gives you that illusion, and to wake up and say, that's an illusion, it's not real, I'm going to fight it, I'm going to take off this blanket, and I'm going to kick butt, take names, and beat this down. And it's a struggle. Thank you for watching. Happy National Eating Disorder Awareness Week. Love you all. Thank you for watching. And remember, love yourself and be kind. Please subscribe.